Hello everyone, this is JC De Guzman of Equilist Analytics. Today, October 1st, I'm going to talk about our daily top 5 gainers and top 5 losers analysis to prepare you for the next trading day on October 2nd, Wednesday. So, as always, I'm going to give you my unique way of doing data and technical analysis. By the end of the synthesis, I'm going to give you my recommendations, whether you already have a stock or you're just about to do a test buy. Now, three reminders as always. Number one, this video is for short-term trading purposes only. Secondly, before you decide to top up or test buy, make sure that the 10 MACD combo is valid, the momentum power indicator is bullish, and that you are satisfied with your reward to risk ratio. And lastly, before you push that buy button, please request for the stock's latest trade and volume distribution and true market sentiment charts in our private clients forum. Please take advantage of your access to our private clients forum by asking. And if you don't know yet how to access or how to post in the forum, please read the quick start guide from top to bottom. Without further ado, let's jump right away into the first stock in our list, which is Pepsi. PIP closed today at 1.73, support is at 1.55, resistance is at 1.95 as a precursor to 2.20. It's a green candlestick, and unfortunately the 10 MACD combo is invalid. It will only be revalidated based on my observation once it breaks above the resistance at 1.95 or maybe up until 2 peso per share. On the other hand, it's a green volume bar. It's higher than the 50% of Pepsi's 10-day volume average. Foreign investors' participation is not significant, so I'm not going to mention that. Risk level is high for Pepsi, so newbies, take note, this is not a newbie-friendly stock anymore. So now, let's take a look at the last price. The last price is higher than the VWAP, and the dominant range is still closer to the intraday low than the intraday high. Therefore, our momentum power indicator remains bearish for Pepsi. Even the true market sentiment shows that there was no significant interest to buy the stock today. So, with an invalid 10 MACD combo and a bearish momentum power indicator, that means we have no buy signals, no top-up signals for Pepsi at this moment. So if you happen to have Pepsi because it's still trading above your trailing stop loss, if that's really the case, if you're honest to yourself that your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, then I suggest that you hold your position but don't top up. And if you're planning to enter a new position, now is not the time yet for Pepsi. Hold your position, keep monitoring. If you would like to, reassess. Okay? And then reassess. After Pepsi, we got PHA. PHA closed today at 0.56. Support is at 0.47. Resistance is at, let me plot this one first. Resistance is around 0.64 as a precursor to 0.78. It's a green volume bar, which is higher than the 50% of PHA's 10-day volume average. Foreign investors' participation is not significant, so let's skip that one also. The 10 MACD combo is not yet valid. Even though MACD is already moving above the signal line, the last price is still trading below the 10-day SMA. Risk level is moderate. Now, the last price is higher than the VWAP and the dominant range is closer to the intraday low than the intraday high. It's still a bearish momentum power indicator. Even the true market sentiment shows lack of significant interest to buy the stock. So with an invalid 10 MACD combo and a bearish momentum power indicator, there are no buy signals as well for PHA. If you still have it, just because your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, hold your position but don't top up. And don't enter a new position either because there are no buy signals. So let's move on to FDC. I remember in my previous videos I said that I was not interested in trading FDC due to the inconsistencies in its daily volume, and that's still the case. I'm not interested in trading FDC due to volume-related concerns, but since it made it in the top 5 gainers list, I'm going to give you my insight about it. for educational purposes only. It closed today at 13.4, support is at 12.3, resistance is at 14.75. The 10 MACD combo is not yet valid. Foreign investors did not participate in trading FTC on Tuesday. Risk level is low, and the last price is higher than the VWAP, and the dominant range is closer to the, let's see here, is it closer to the intraday low? No, it's still closer to the intraday low than the intraday high. So it's still a bearish momentum power indicator. It's also a bearish true market sentiment. So with an invalid 10 MACD combo and a bearish true market sentiment and a bearish momentum power indicator, all three agree with my personal take on FDC. It's a bearish stock. It's a no-no for me. So I hope none of you uh, are trading FDC, and if you're planning to trade it, well, my personal recommendation is not to continue that plan because there are no technical buy signals and there are concerns on its daily volume. All right, so after FDC, let's talk about COSCO. It closed today at 6.74, support is at 6.5, resistance is at 7.2. There's actually a precursor to 7.2, and that's somewhere near 6.9. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 1.36 million pesos. The 10 SMACD combo is not yet valid because even though the last price is moving above the 10 SMA, our MACD is still moving below the signal line. On the other hand, it's a green volume bar and it's higher than the stocks, higher than the 50% of COSCO's 10-day volume average. Risk level is low. The last price of COSCO is higher than the VWAP of 6.55, and however, the dominant range is closer to the intraday low than the intraday high. So that's a bearish momentum power indicator. And the true market sentiment seems to agree with that sentiment also. It's a bearish TMS. So with an invalid 10 MACD combo and a bearish true market sentiment and a bearish momentum power indicator, we have no technical buy signals yet for COSCO. So I'm not going to recommend that you top up or enter a new position. If you happen to have COSCO because your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, I suggest that you hold your position but don't average down. Don't top up yet. Hold your cash for now. So after COSCO, let's talk about Eagle. Eagle closed today at 15.6 after bumping around, after it bumped to the resistance at 15.84. Support is somewhere near, let me plot this one properly. Okay, so again, support is at 15 pesos per share. Resistance is at 15.84. So let's see. Oh, volume. The volume bar is green, but it's less than the 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average. So it's automatically a bearish momentum power indicator. And by the way, the 10 SMACD combo remains invalid and the risk level is low, but foreign funds are not participative in trading Eagle also. Even though the last price is higher than the VWAP, we got some parameters that turned bearish on Eagle. So it's a bearish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment was neutral. So we lack technical buy indicators. We don't have technical buy indicators for Eagle yet. So if you have Eagle because your trailing stop has not been hit yet, hold your position. Don't top up yet. And if you are planning to enter a new position, postpone that plan. Wait for the price to hit the immediate support so that you will have a more attractive reward to risk ratio. All right. So after Eagle, let's talk about VUL Vulcan. It closed today at 1.07. It respected the support at 1.03. Resistance is at 1.44. Now, the 10 SMACD combo remains invalid. Foreign investors are not participative on VUL by a significant level. Risk level is high already. This is not a newbie-friendly stock. Okay? So, the last price is higher than the VWAP, but volume was less than the 50% of VUL's 10-day volume average, so that's a bearish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment was neutral. So here's the thing, there are no buy signals yet. Yeah, there are no buy signals yet. The 10 MACD combo is invalid. The momentum power indicator is bearish. So avoid VUL. Avoid VUL for now. And I'm confident to say that none of you should have none of you should have VUL, because for how many weeks it did not show it has not shown any strong technical buy signals. So avoid it for now. The descent in price is still more likely to continue. Next, PXP. It closed today at 11.4. Support is at 10.05. Resistance is right there at 13.6. So it's an invalid 10 MACD combo also. Foreign fundies registered a net foreign buying worth 794,000 pesos only. Risk level is moderate. And it's a descending pattern. It's a descending pattern. The last price is lower than the VWAP. It's a bearish momentum power indicator. The descent in price is more likely to continue. The dominant range is also closer to the intraday low than the intraday high. Even the true market sentiment agrees to the bearish momentum power indicator. So the descent in price is still more likely to continue. Avoid PXP for now. And if you have it and your trailing stop has been hit, sell. And if it has not been hit yet, I suggest that you adjust the percentage of risk applied in your trailing stop, in calculating your trailing stop. Sell if you must. Okay? So after PXP, let's talk about green. It closed today at 2.42. Support is at 2.25. The immediate resistance is somewhere near 2.64 as a precursor to 2.9. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 1.2 million pesos. It's an insignificant amount. The 10 MACD is already invalid. Risk level is low. The last price is lower than the VWAP. So therefore, it's a bearish momentum power indicator. And the true market sentiment was also bearish. So at this point, I would say that technically speaking, the descent in price is still more likely to continue. So no buy signals, no top-up signals. So don't enter a new position yet. If your trailing stop has not been hit yet, I suggest that you recalculate your trailing stop by reducing the percentage of risk in your formula. Sell if you must also. So after green, it's CHP. It closed today at 2.47. Support is at 2.33. Resistance is at 2.88. So the 10 MACD combo is no longer valid. Foreign investors are not that participative. They only registered a net foreign buying worth 1.35 million pesos. Risk level is low, and the last price is lower than the VWAP. Oh, it's a bearish momentum power indicator already. The true market sentiment was neutral. So here's my recommendation. Avoid CHP for now as well. There are no strong technical buy signals. Even weak buy signals are not around. So don't top up, avoid, don't enter a new position. So there you go. Oh, last one. We got, which one? This KPPI. KPPI closed today at 9.6. Support is at 9.8. Resistance is at 12.3. Hold on. 9.8. No, it's no longer. Support is already at 5.72. Resistance is at 9.8 as a precursor to 12.32. It broke below the previous support at 9.8, which is now acting as its immediate resistance. So as always, like what I've been saying about KPPI in the past few days, after its 3 days since the IPO, avoid KPPI still. That's still the exact same sentiment. No buy signals yet for KPPI. I'm seeing some concerns regarding its daily volume as well. So I lack the appetite even to add it in my watch list. So there you go for my unique way of doing data and technical analysis using the evergreen strategy in trading and investing the Philippine stock market. If you have follow-up questions, please ask in our private clients forum. And please don't forget to attend the evergreen strategy seminar Just go to our website and then click on seminars for you to see the schedule. Again, my name is JC De Guzman. Have a profitable and a disciplined trading ahead. Remember, always be evergreen. Bye for now.